hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, how are you? And we said just the other day goodbye to September, and now we are saying hello, hello to October. Are you ready for this? It is a little chilly out here. It is about 64 degrees and it is dropping. The temperature is dropping. And you are here with me. My name is Catherine, and I'm here in my New England garden, here in the New England area, in the Boston area. And I am a zone 6. And my garden, I describe my garden as an English style cottage garden. And of course it is urban or city, if you want to add that to it, you know. But yeah, it's very nice though. We're tucked away here in the city, surrounded by trees, which are soon to change color and become very fall-like. I already have tons of leaves. I can actually show you. I'm sitting here on my deck, and you see the oak leaves? I have plenty of oak leaves all around me, and they just keep on dropping, and no matter how much we blow them off the deck and clean up, I'm going to just have leaves galore. Now, these leaves are very valuable because they can be used for composting and also for mulching in the garden. And that's one of the things that we're going to start to think about here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. We're going to start thinking about this. And, you know, I used to love to take the leaves as a kid, and we would put a piece of paper on top, and then you get your pencil and you would scratch it out, and the veins would create like a leaf shape on the paper, and we would add different colors, and we used to do fall art, and that was a lot of fun. So that's what I think about when I think about these leaves too. And then I also have really good memories about fall here in the New England area, that when we were little, my uncle, because I lived right next door to my uncle at the time, and he had a lot of trees around in his yard, and he would pay us, my cousins and I and my brothers, to rake the leaves. And boy, did we have fun. We would all get a rake, and we'd rake those leaves, and we would create big piles, and then we'd jump in them, and we would have leaf pile fights. And it was a lot of fun growing up in the fall because we just really enjoyed the leaves. Even though we had work to do, we made that whole process fun. And I really enjoyed the process of gathering leaves. Hey, Francesca, how are you? And then my uncle, he would get upset with us. He was saying, I thought I sent you all out here to rake the leaves, and look at what a mess you've caused. Now get to it. And then the good thing about my uncle, though, is that he would pay us for raking the leaves. Then we would get a little allowance after we settled down, and after having fun, we would end up just having a really great time. And it was nice. I enjoyed growing up here in the New England area, in the Boston area. And, you know, sometimes I think the city gets a bad rap. There are, yes, parts of the city where there is some violence. Not so much now, but at that time there was some violence. But there was also a lot of freedom too. And we used to go to the park. I didn't live too far away from the park, and we would go to the park and play. And especially in this time, my brothers, they would be a part of the football league, and we would go and watch them play football, and soccer was another big thing. So it was great growing up in this time. So fall has a lot of great memories for me, and I just really love it. And then now, as a gardener, with all of you, my gardening friends, hey Thelma, how are you doing? And Francesca's here, and someone else is watching, but they need to come on in and join us in the chat. Just say hello. It'd be good to have you come and say hello to us. And this is such a really great season and time of year. And I just added last month, could you believe it? Last month in September, last Wednesday, when I met with you all was last Wednesday, which was a whole different month. And we were still in, it was just beautiful. And now I just updated the floral arrangement here with some zinnias. I just added some more zinnias and some sedum from my garden, because right now we've already started garden cleanup. And so I went to that area and I just cut the zinnias and the sedum. And let me bring it a little closer to you so you can see the bouquet. This is my show and tell. Isn't that pretty? I just updated week's last week's floral arrangement with zinnias. I love this color. This is my color of the, I don't know if it's the color of the year, but it's definitely been the color of the year for my garden. Right straight from spring until now here in fall, this was the color of the year. This fuchsia, pink, red, the whole spectrum right there. And with the you see the interior of the zinnias? That was also a color. Between the two colors, it has just been so fantastic, because you can see the marigolds here, that color, and the marigolds, the interior of the zinnias, and so this has been the color. Hi, Brooke. I updated my floral arrangement with the zinnias and the sedum. And this has been my color palette for the year. What has been your color palette? This has been my color palette all throughout the garden, right from spring until now. This has been the color of the garden. And it's kind of good when you have a color palette, because you can see my impatiens. It's the same similar color palette. And that is what has really colored my garden for the year. I've just really enjoyed it. Well, it's so good to have you, Brooke. I'm so glad that you are here. I just put back on my purple and red and some white. You too, Yankee Sister Thelma. That has been your color palette as well. Brooke, I put on back on my phone, my Instagram app. I had taken off the Instagram app. I don't know why, but I did. And I noticed that there was something missing. And all of a sudden I remembered, oh, I do not have this Instagram app on. So when I put on the Instagram app, oh, I know what it was. My church that I attend, they're celebrating their 85th church's anniversary. And in the past, I would play, I would video the church app, the church activity, the choir singing and the group singing, and Dennis Montgomery, who is such a fantastic piano player, playing on the piano. And because the Instagram is connected to the Facebook, which Facebook is more local, and I want them to know what's going on. So I would put it on my Lady Wisdom Speaks Instagram page, and then shoot it over to Facebook. But because I was on that at least once a week on the Instagram, I could see what you were up to, you and some of my other gardening friends. And then even share with you what's happening in my garden. And I stopped doing that. Well, this week I did that. I actually, I think it was Monday. And so I was able to see some of the stuff that you've been doing, what you've been up to. And your garden looks really, really beautiful. The flowers that you showed there, the flowers that have been growing in yours, is really, it's really, really pretty. And you're into flowers. Um, some of the others are more into food. So I wanted to just get us thinking about our produce and our food. So there's the floral part right there, making floral arrangements, going into the garden. If you have flowers, go ahead, cut your flowers, start making those bouquets, and treating yourself to a close-up look at your flowers that you have been growing. Make those flower arrangements. Bring them in. Some people like to bring them in. I like to have it all out here and on the table, because when I look out, I can see it. So it's really, really nice. But the other thing that has been really big for this season is the harvesting of our vegetables. Yes, Thelma, you too? You started with flowers? Oh, there's a fire station. There's a fire station down the street, not too far, about a mile away. And so whenever there's a fire or a fire alarm, sometimes they come this way by me here. And so that's why you're hearing that. That's the fire truck. So we pray for whomever, and hopefully that is a false alarm and that no one's house is being destroyed. And that God will protect the firefighters and the families in Jesus' name. Yeah, so that's what happens. I'm in the city. In the city. I'm in the city. But my garden is so tucked in here on a very nice street. And I'm surrounded by beautiful trees. And so I do feel, like I'm in a secret garden here. But anyway, I want to talk about fall. And for those of you who purchased my journal for 2024, my joy-filled vision, the intentional garden journal for 2024, I hope that it has been helpful for you this year of 2024. I hope that you have used it, referenced it, even jotted down some notes, and I hope that what you had envisioned, what you were thinking of for 2024 has at least come to pass, that you have been intentional about your gardening. And if so, just leave a comment, especially after the video, after this. If you can leave a comment and tell me how sharing the journal with you all, even if you didn't buy my journal, but how did the journal help you, or journaling, having a garden journal, help you to plan your garden? Why was it useful? Did it help you at all? Did you find that it helped you to focus in on what you wanted to really do in your garden? And do you see any growth in your expertise and in your knowledge of gardening because now you've kept a journal? Just leave a comment at the end. Just stop by and comment and let me know. Or even comment here if you want to. That would be fine. But I really want you to comment after our session, leaving a comment to encourage others to think about journaling. And so I wanted to bring out my journal. And right now, I'm looking in the section for fall, but also to think about winter. winter planning. So I'm kind of straddling both sections. And as I was looking through the autumn section, I wrote down here um, my autumn section in my journal. I wrote down here, what areas do I want to change in the garden? And right away I put the front garden, because my front area over there, that used to be, or what I would call my cottage, English style cottage garden area, was really looking terrible. Not like what I wanted it to look like, because of the lack of rain and water. Getting water over to that side of the garden was a little more difficult. It started off really great because of the sunflowers that I had grown there. But when the squirrels and the little yellow finch started eating the sunflower seeds and the tops of the bee balm seeds, and then it started browning and withering, even though I was able to get my sedum. This beautiful sedum is from that area, and actually these zinnias are what is left from that area. That it was starting to look like it needed a redoing. And what I did was, my husband did it actually for me. I'm so thankful. He cut down all of that stuff and cleared the space. And that is what I wanted to do. And I just mentioned it. He went ahead and did it for me, which is so good. Um, so the front garden, I would like to add garden mums to the front, which I already did too. That's the second thing. I wanted to add those garden mums. Remember I showed you the garden mums? And then I need to cut down bee balm, mulch area, and buy tulips for spring. And I just wanted to show you my notes that I actually use my journal. I created a journal, but I actually used the journal, okay? You see them autumn joy are blooming? That's great. So I hope that when if you purchase the journal, that you're using it or that you've used it. And I wrote down, the reason why I was actually able to do these things is because I wrote them down. It wasn't just in my mind, but it was down here in the journal, something that I purposely and intentionally wanted to do. And because I wanted to fix up that front side, I wanted to add the garden mums in the front, and I also wanted to cut down the bee balm and set things up for the tulips. That now I can actually go and buy my tulips. Yes, you used it. That's good, Thelma. That's good. Um, I actually am going to go and buy the tulips. I was going to buy them today, but I ended up doing shopping for something else. Um, and so I had here seeds for next year to harvest. Now the next page are the garden goals for autumn, and I really didn't write a lot. I didn't write anything much there except for seeds for next year. And so what I have been doing is harvesting the flower seeds that I have. So I have harvested so far my cleome. I also started harvesting, where are they? Even today. These are the marigolds. So the same marigold plants there, I want to harvest the seeds. So here's the pod, and it's kind of dry. So what I do is I pull it out. You see that? And here are the marigold seeds. See, those are the marigold seeds that I'm going to plant next year. So what I would do is get an envelope and put these seeds in the envelope. And I would take off this extra top part here. And now I don't have to buy marigold seeds. I don't have to buy marigold seeds. I have more than enough marigold plants here. Every seed is a plant in the making. So if you haven't started to save your seeds for the flowers that you really love, and you have marigolds, Save your marigolds. Now, the zinnias, um, I should have done the same thing for the zinnias, but because I'm using the zinnias as a floral arrangement, um, I'm not going to be able to really save those seeds. But I have some zinnia plants that are out there that I've decided not to cut, and I'm going to let them stay on the plant and um, let them dry out, and then I'm going to cut the flower off, let the flower continue to dry, and then pull the petals, and at the end of the petals are the seeds. And I'm going to save those seeds for next year. And then I'll be able to get back these colors because I really love this color. And I have some more zinnias up in the upper other side of the garden there that I can save the seeds. That one says I had one pot that I didn't plant at all. Marigolds and alyssum came back by themselves. Yes, that is the other thing. Thank you, Thelma. You're with me. You're with me on this. Where's the rest of you chatty people? What happened? Francesca, you used to chat. What happened? You lost out of words to say? And those that are watching, come and join us in the chat. You still there? Good. So the thing is, with the zinnias, um, what was I saying? Thelma, yes, Thelma, that's good. Yeah, chat is hello. You know that this is the channel that we chat on. I give you all free reign to chat on this channel. Come in the chat, otherwise I feel like I'm talking to myself. Let's have a conversation. This is the conversation channel. Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. I don't mind sharing things with you all, but yeah, I want to hear what's going on in your neck of the woods too. But also with what was I saying? That's right. I love you, Thelma. You're thinking just like me. We're on the same wavelength. Francesca says, I love your bouquet also in the back. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Francesca. So I'm starting to think about what colors I want. And I love these colors um, for in the garden, period, and for this time. So I do want to start to save some of those seeds, and I'm going to see what I can get. No, they're not petunias. I don't have any petunias. Those are zinnias. These are called zinnias, and these are called marigolds. Marigolds and zinnias. That's what I have there. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? Good to have you. Yeah, so Sonia, I've been talking about the journal, my joy-filled intentional garden journal for 2024, and if you have your journal, make sure that you start. Hey, Bev, how you doing? Good evening, Miss Catherine and Chad. How you doing? If you had purchased, you're great. That's good, Sonia. I know you had, and I was wondering, how have you been using your journal? Have you gotten any results with your journal? Have you been able to fill out any of it? And I just got into talking about it and sharing what I've been doing because we're saying hello to October, and this, of course, is fall. We are now in fall. You're doing well, Bev. That's good. That's good. And I was so pleased when I looked in my own journal, and for the autumn garden for fall in here, I had written out what I wanted to see done. And I gotta say that I did get it done. I had written front garden. I would like to add garden mums to the front. Well, you know, I've been talking about garden mums for 2 weeks in September there. When I got the mums, you saw them transform and transform before your eyes into beautiful color. I added those colors to the front. They're doing fantastic. As soon as it rains again, I'm going to dig holes and put them in there because I want them to last over winter. Then here, the front side garden. that I used to call my English style cottage garden area there. It was looking really shabby, especially as after the sunflowers. Remember the sunflowers, like your you know the drill. You know the drill. That was someone calling me in the middle of my show. How dare they? I know who it is too. Who was? I didn't take the call. It's just that it just came through. But anyway, and I thank you. I read all of your chats. You were there in the chat for me, and I'm so happy. Bev, you said you will wait for me. You're so sweet. We will wait. We will wait. Thank you, man. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. And yes, Sonia, it is funny. It is funny. It's very annoying, but it's funny. Anyway, my excitement is that I've been utilizing my journal, and I just want to continue to encourage you all to don't put it down. Make sure that you use it because we are now in a new month of the month of October. And we're saying hello, October. And in October, there's so much to do, so many things to do. I did treat myself by buying moms. Give me a reason to buy flowers. Yay! Dollar. Now, I see a lot of you watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you like what we're talking about and come and join us in the chat. I'm encouraging you to come and help us because I need some help. So I need your comments because it will help me to flow. Okay, so come in the chat so we can have a conversation and make sure you hit the like button. And I want to see who you are, and thank you so much. So the front side garden, I need to cut down the bee balm. So my husband, my laptop stopped, had to go to my phone. Oh no, my husband did me such a great thing. He cut down the front where the bee balm was and the old stumps of the sunflowers, because in that area I want to set up for my tulips. I want to mulch the area and I want to buy tulips for spring. And because the area was looking so raggedy, and then with no rain and everything, and it wasn't doing it for me anymore, that I really spent most of my time on the other side. That's so if you've been following me and watching my gardening tours and so forth, I was hanging out on the other side of the garden because that's where all the beauty was and things were looking really good. And I was getting very discouraged about that side of the garden. But now that everything's cut down and it's ready to be mulched, ready for me to plant my tulips and daffodils for next year, I am excited about that side of the garden. So I did write it down to mulch area and buy tulips for spring. So hey, Happy Mac, how are you? So if you have your garden journal, please don't neglect it. Please utilize it. Take it out and write down what you need to get done. Because the thing is, when you write it down, it kind of makes you follow through with setting it up. And I already showed about saving seeds. Now I saved the seeds, harvesting. Harvesting is not just harvesting fruits and vegetables and so forth, but you will also want to harvest the seeds to the things that you really love. And I already showed how it's so good. Like I have these marigolds, right? And I love the marigolds and I want to keep the seeds. So what I've done is I've saved the seeds and you just pull out. Now this one is not as dry as that other one was, but you can just let it dry some more, or you can pull it apart, and inside are the seeds. And that's a lot of plants right there, potential plants. So then what I would do is I would get an envelope and I would save these seeds. And that is a lot of, that's a lot of seeds and a lot of plants. So that way you don't have to buy. Now I bought those seeds from Burpee about 2 years ago, or either it was the Dollar Tree. It might have been the Dollar Tree when they used to sell the seeds in the box. Those are Dollar Tree seeds or Burpee seeds, one or the other. But now I don't have to spend money on marigold seeds. That's just a natural part of my garden. And especially at this time of the year, they can handle the cold. And the nights, I don't know, are your nights getting cool? Are your nights getting cool? My nights are getting cool. Any of you in the 40s yet at night? We're in the 50s at night here in my Zone 6 garden. Are any of you in cool like that? Well, you want to have plants that can handle the cool nights and also the warm days, because it's like in the 70s. Yes, it's in the 40s, much cooler, but nice. Yeah. And then it's like 71 or so in the daytime. Yes, the nights are in the 60s. Yeah. So you want to have plants that can handle that at this time, because you still want color in your garden. And for those of you who just came on, I'm going to show you how I updated last week's floral arrangements. Because you remember I had the hydrangea and the marigolds and the variegated euonymus. So I just updated them with sedum and some zinnias from that area that I just cut down the flowers to. And look at the beautiful bouquet. Isn't that so pretty? I love this color. So my goal is to save these seeds, not this particular flowers, but I have other flowers on the other side of the garden, and I want these colors. Oh, I look at the pink on that. Yeah, the hot pinks and stuff. Isn't this beautiful? And I didn't have to pay for this. This is out of my garden. Isn't it fantastic? And look at how the marigold matches the interior of the zinnias. And it just pulls it all together with the hydrangea now. Now the hydrangea is the filler. Remember I talked about fillers, spillers, and thrillers? And right now, that is the thriller. The hydrangea is now the filler. And these zinnias are now the thrillers. Ugh, that was getting kind of heavy. So I have so much to talk to you all about, but I just wanted to get back to the garden journal, because I don't want you to not use it, because we're getting ready for 2025, and I've been working hard on updating the garden journal for 2025, and it is good. It is real good. I have a lot of new things added to it to help you think through your garden and what I want to think through too about the garden. So what materials will I need to harvest the vegetable seeds and flowers? Now, this is about harvest seasons. So I talked about harvesting the seeds. Now, harvesting the vegetables. This year, I did not get pumpkins and squash and so forth like this. But you know who did? Francesca, are you there? Francesca got seeds. And Bev, I have not forgotten to get, I haven't forgotten to send you those seeds. I will be sending you the seeds. It's just that I have not been to the post office area in a while. And so it just, but I'm going to be going to the post office soon. So you will be getting your seeds. And Francesca, she took those seeds that I sent her of the porcelain pumpkin, and she grew. How many pumpkins did you have, Francesca? Are you there? I've been jotting down ideas and corrections for next year. Good, Thelma. Thelma, you're my kind of girl. You make me happy. Because, when somebody creates, no problem, Miss Catherine. That's good, sweetheart. Thank you, babe. When somebody takes what you have done and created and they actually use it and find it meaningful, it just makes me so extremely happy. I think I have a picture of that pumpkin. I think I have a picture of the pumpkin. Here's one of the pumpkins here. You see, it's like that one, but that's not the best one. But last year, I had a lot of porcelain pumpkins, and because I had planted a lot of the seeds and plants. But this year, they did not do as well in my garden. Yes, her porcelain pumpkin growing was very successful. Thank you. Yes, it was. And I'm so thankful that she had such great success. And Thelma got a pumpkin too. She was able to do a container garden pumpkin. So, um, and the thing is, I still have a lot of those seeds. So, Happy Mac, if you would like some seeds, you're going to have to go to Catherine's Garden and Home and go to the contact and and request the seeds. And Happy Mac, I will gladly send you some seeds as well. So when I'm sending them out to Bev, I can send you some too as well, if you are interested in having them for next year, because they will last. Yeah, you grew one in a pot. Yes. Yes. So leave your address and, just put your address down. Catherine's Garden. You know my website. Go to the website. You know the website. Thank you so much. By the way, Happy Mac, thank you so much. On Thelma's channel this morning, I saw that you put out both of the website at not the website. What was that? You put the YouTube, but I think you also have been putting out the website address there as her moderator, and I truly appreciate that, and I appreciate your presence with us. Yes, I would gladly send you some of those porcelain pumpkin seeds. Thank you so much. Anyway, um, where was I? I'm feeling good. This is making me very, very happy. So we did fall gardening. I know that some of you did the fall gardening, can start in early September. And I know some of you have planted your brassicas, your beets, your kales, your spinach, your collard greens. My collard greens have been growing. Let me see if I can show you the collard greens without messing up everything. How's it? Are you seeing good? The reception is good? Look at those collard greens. Oops. Did you see the collard greens? I disturbed my thing just so that you all could see the camera. Did you see the collard greens? Yes, and those collard greens are from the seeds that I say. Where's Deborah? Deborah Theodore told me, save your seeds, save your seeds. I saved those seeds and I planted out those seeds. That's from saved seeds. Now I have so many collard green little planties that I got to figure out how to keep them healthy. But right now, if I wanted to eat the leaves, I can go ahead and eat them. But they're looking so pretty that I don't want to disturb them, and I want to keep them for, because they can overwinter really well. And I can eat fresh collard green leaves in a salad and add them to my other salads and things, and they can handle the cold. So if you're doing fall gardening, if you did any fall gardening, well, congratulations. And I had written that down for the fall gardening here in it. And then um, the next big thing that I need to do, which I'm a little behind on, because usually I do some, I went to Costco and they did not have any bulbs. I don't know. I did not, I just missed it, but I didn't see any fall bulbs. So I don't know if they're behind with that or not, but I know that if I go to Lowe's or Home Depot, that they do have some fall bulbs there. So I'm gonna have to go and pick up my fall tulips and daffodils and any other fall planting, the bulbs that need to be planted in the fall for spring. So that's the next thing that I have here. I have autumn plant selections. What new plants should be added to for fall garden interest? And I wrote down here my tulip and daffodils. Um, I didn't put the mums here, but I could actually write mums, which I already did, but I had written mums on the other page, so I knew that I wanted mums. Yeah, I know, Thelma. I've been to Costco twice, last week and this week, and I have not seen any. So my next stop will be Home Depot or Lowe's. I usually like to go to, hey, Teach Yahweh, how are you? How are you doing? Yes, so good to have you with us. So that is what I'm going to do. That's the next thing on the agenda. Now, I'm on to the topic at hand, which I had put down in the description and I haven't even reached it yet. This is autumn. Autumn. Hello, October. Well, what does October mean? October means harvesting of your different foods. And then now the next thing is from garden to table. And I have one pumpkin there, and I have another pumpkin that I'm waiting for it to develop. And that hopefully that pumpkin will ripen. It's one of these, my sweet pumpkins, and I'm looking forward to making my pumpkin pie. Yes, pumpkin pie is on the horizon, people. Pumpkin pie. So I wanted to start thinking about that. The other thing that we were thinking about is the zucchini. Well, I don't have zucchini this year. No zucchini, but I do have carrots that I got from somebody else. So I'm thinking carrots and apples, adding apples and carrots to make some apple bread, you know. But you know what I did? I had some zucchini earlier, and I made myself a carrot cake. And I grated the zucchini and added the zucchini with the carrots, and someone gave me some raisins, and they also gave me some walnuts, and I created um, um, a carrot cake bread. No, carrot cake, you know, like those sweet breads, carrot cake. And was it good? It was something, the zucchini made the bread moist, or the cake, you know, kept it moist, and the carrots were crunchy like, and then my husband loved it so much he said, I want you to add some coconut to it. And between all of that, it just turned out really, really good. So I want to play around with making breads, because I had some leftover bananas, and I had made a banana bread and everything. And so hopefully when I go apple picking, that's another thing. This is the season for apple picking. So so that's something to think about too, apple picking. Um, and then so what I did was I went and I started thinking about some really good autumn foods that we could do to move from garden to table. Garden to table is the thought. So here are 10 delicious October garden recipes that make the most out of the fall harvest. And the first one is roasted pumpkin soup. So with all those beautiful pumpkins that some of you have grown in your garden, you can make roasted pumpkin soup. Creamy and comforting, this soup features roasted pumpkin, garlic, and spices topped with a drizzle of cream and fresh herbs. Now, let me ask you, Bev, when are you going to plant your garlic and onions? When should we plant our garlic and onions? I think we started discussing that, but that's another thing that I want to get when I get my tulip bulbs in December. December. Oh, we're in zone. Kanisha, Teach Yahweh. I'm in the Northeast, and I think we do it just a little bit sooner. I think we said you're in the desert. Yes, you're in New Mexico, so you wait till December. So you and Sonia closer. Thelma says I plant mine in October, November. Thelma is in Connecticut and I'm in Massachusetts. So we will do it a little sooner in October and November. I plant my garlic this month. Oh, so happy month, Mac, it's this month. So when I need to write that down, that when I go to get tulip bulbs and daffodil bulbs, that I make sure that I get some garlic bulbs. Garzami says, I plant my garlic in November. Just received my garlic shipment a couple of weeks ago. Really? Oh, no. I got to go look for garlic. The second thing that you can, or great October recipes, are apple cider. And this recipe says apple cider and glazed carrots. Saute carrots glazed with apple cider, butter, and a touch of brown sugar create a sweet and savory side dish. Now that sounds really good. Think about it. So if you can saute carrots and then glaze them with apple cider, butter, and a touch of brown sugar, that sounds good, doesn't it, with the carrots? Yum, yes, Sonia. That sounds good. All right, number 3, stuffed acorn squash. Stuffed acorn squash. Roasted acorn squash filled with a mixture of quinoa, cranberries, walnuts, and spices makes for a nutritious and festive main course. So roasted acorn squash. I didn't plant any roasted acorn squash. I didn't plant any acorn squash, but I assume that you could do that. Sounds better than sweet potato casserole. All right, happy back. It sounds like, if you don't, I have a few butternut squash. I think you can substitute that with butternut squash and add some quinoa, cranberries, walnuts, and spices, and kind of like fill it inside and make like a pocket thing. I think you could even probably do it with rice, don't you think? Like if you cook the rice and then stuff the squash with the rice, and then add the cranberries, walnuts, and so forth. That sounds good. Then I have butternut squash risotto. Creamy risotto with roasted butternut squash, Parmesan cheese, and sage for a warm, hearty meal. Woo, that sounds good. So you have the creamy risotto, right? With the Parmesan cheese on top and sage. By the way, I have a bowl there, my herb bowl that has the sage and oregano and so forth. My green herbs, I still have it, and it's looking really good there. So that would be a great way to utilize those herbs. Yeah, right over there. You see that bowl right there? It has the sage in it, and the oregano, and it has rosemary in the bowl, and pepper and spearmint in the bowl as well. I hope that didn't mess up the... Yeah. So that's a good way of using my my herbs. Yeah, my garden herbs. Thelma, did you dry all of your herbs? I know that you've been drying herbs and drying stuff in your dehydrator. What about you, Gardens of Me, Bev? How are you coming along with that? I still need to either get one or figure out how am I going to save my herbs. But to use them now in cooking is a good way to get started with that too as well. All right, kale and sweet potato salad. Kale and sweet, just yes, just pick parsley. All right. You know, Yankee Sister Homestead, I would really love to learn and see how you do that. If you can set up your phone or whatever, and show us the process, or have one of your grandchildren videotape you, hold your phone as you work on and show us the process of how you go about harvesting and saving your um, your herbs. That would be so nice. I need to see it. I'm making a request. All right. Excuse me. Then they have Brussels sprouts with bacon and maple syrup. I don't know. I don't know how to. I I bought. I still have plenty of oregano thyme to harvest. Oh, that's nice, Bev. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Let's see. Pumpkin bread, beet and goat cheese salad. I don't know about the goat cheese salad. I'm just looking at some notes and things that I had gotten down from the internet. But this is what I really know that I want to tell you all is to enjoy your October harvest. That was the point of today's coming together, where we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. That a fall planting guide is essential for maximizing your garden's potential as the temperatures begin to cool. This season is ideal for planting cool season vegetables such as kale, spinach, and carrots, which thrive in the crispy air and can even improve in flavor after a frost. Additionally, consider sowing garlic and shallots. Yeah, we were talking about the garlic in late fall for a bountiful harvest in the spring. And we know that that works because I did plant the garlic last year and it did come up in the spring, except that I did not harvest them on time and they ended up rotting away. But my onions did much better, and I want to do better this year with our. When Shiloh is singing with you. She is. Oh, hi, Shiloh. You're gonna help your grandmother. I need you to videotape her. Take her phone and and just show what she's doing in the kitchen. Can you help us, please? So we can get to learn what your grandmother knows. She knows so much. She's such a wise woman. Anyway, additionally, consider sowing garlic and shallots in late fall for a beautiful harvest in the spring. Ornamental plants like chrysanthemums and pansies can also add vibrant color to your landscape. Don't forget to enrich your soil with compost and mulch to retain moisture and protect plant. She said yes. Woo-hoo. That's good. That's good. Protect plants during the winter months. With the right planning and care, your fall garden can flourish well into the colder seasons. And yeah, so that was the other thing that I wanted to bring to your attention, that this is the time to start thinking about mulching and how you're going to prepare and prep your garden for the winter. Now, if you got my garden journal, then the next thing is the winter garden. And it's not too early to start jotting down what you want to do to prep the garden for winter. So that's what I'm going to have to start doing. What areas do I want to change in the garden, and how do I want to prep for winter? And I have, which is going to have to be for another time because we're running out of time, but I have some really great things to show you all next week. How to get free mulch? Well, it depends. Here in our area, you could, if you have a lot of trees And the people, the people who cut trees, the landscapers, many times they have wood chips, and you might be able to get wood chips to be able to use to cover your and mulch. Um, the other thing is that there's sometimes community gardens. See, I don't know so much about your area because you're in a different zone, but I would, if I were you, I would, yeah, out where you are, it's scarce out there. What else do you all have? No, don't say anything bad. There must be very good things about your part of the garden. Cactus. There must be other good things over there. I don't know much about your part, but I'm sure that they have things. Our town gives away the wood chips for free. Just shovel them yourselves. Oh, okay, Happy Mac. Yeah. Um, you probably have a lot of stones because you know you can use pebbles and stones to mulch, especially where you are with that. Contact chippers drop in your area. Yeah, straw. Yeah, straw is good also. A lot of stones. You can use stones to mulch. Um, Teach way. Kanisha, you could use stones. Yeah, leaves. If you have any leaves, my zip is 88101. Oh, yeah, okay. So what you do is you layer. I used to do that, like with one of when my husband he would get these white stones from Lowe's, and he would use it to put down on the ground. And what I would do is I would take some of his stones and I would just sprinkle them on the top of my pots here to keep the moisture in. And it's a really good mulch. And the stones, they are very pretty. Like if you have, if you're near like a dry riverbed, cardboard too. I use cardboard. Yes, that's it. That's good. That's very good. And that you can get for free. If you have like a Walmart or a Lowe's or even like a Costco where they give you those cardboard containers. I use the cardboard, and I just cut out the cardboard. I try to get like the the content the cardboard for the like bananas. You know how in Costco they have crates and crates. Well, over in ours they have crates and crates of bananas, and so what I would get is the banana um, containers, and I would open them up, and it's thick. So that cardboard is so thick, especially if I am trying to get rid of weeds, and I would layer it down, and then I would put some. I would just put some stones to stop them from lifting up, and I would get like 4 or 5 of those boxes, and just lay out an area. And the worms love cardboard. That is so good. The worms love cardboard. And during the winter, I would take the leaves, because I have a lot of leaves here, and I put them over the cardboard and let them spend the winter like that. And it is just great. And that's why my garden is lush, especially over by the kitchen garden area. It's really, really lush because that's what I did. And it helped a whole lot. Yes. So cardboard is a solution for you, as well as stones. You know, get rocks and pebbles and things like that, and start collecting rocks. Not big rocks, you know, small rocks that you can put in a bag or so. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much. And it is getting dark out here, but I wanted to share my taste of home um, cookbook that I have. And you know what? I am recommending that if you are into cooking and you want to figure out how to, you know, cook, the Taste of Home cookbooks are wonderful. And if you have like a Goodwill or if you have bookstore, old bookstore, whatever. But Goodwill, they sell people. They sell books and things there. Check out and see if they have any recipe books. And Lee's Taste of Home recipe books are really, really good. Look for this brand because in it, it talks about celebrations cookbook, and it has fall, what you can do for cooking for fall. And I'll show more of this as we go along because I usually bring it out too for Thanksgiving. But I thought that because this is October and we just began fall, that we could start to think about what we want to. Well, we're not Halloween. I'm not going to I'm not celebrating Halloween. I'm not a celebrator of Halloween, but they do have different treats and things for that. But let's see if we can go past Halloween here. Oh, they have a lot of Halloween. But you could start to think about your Thanksgiving table. Start to think about what you want as yeah. And so we have here the maple glazed carrots, peachy sweet potato bake, pumpkin shortbread dessert. You know, start to think about it. Yeah. So peachy sweet potato bake. Start thinking about what you want to harvest there and what you would want to have. Like cranberry fruit molds and different side dishes. Start gathering your apples, apple season, and the like. Yay. I'm going to end now. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad, Kadisha. That's the point. Right, Dharma? And everyone else, all my gardening friends. That's the point. That's why we gather together. That's why we grow together. Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow together. Grow together. Grow together. In Catherine's garden and home. In Catherine's garden and home. Grow, Francesca. Grow, Beverly. Grow, Thelma. Grow, Sonia. Grow, Kanisha. Grow, Beverly. Grow, Happy Mac. Grow, Deborah. Even though you're not here today, we're thinking about you. Grow, Monica. Where are you, Monica? Grow together in Catherine's garden and home. I miss you in Catherine's garden and home. That's right, G Mama grows. Catherine's garden and home. Sonia, thank you. Catherine's garden and home. Grow together, Brooke. Grow together, Auntie Ellen. Grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right, in Catherine's garden and home. In Catherine's garden and home. Come on, in Catherine's garden and home. Oh, yes. Chloe and Darlene and who else? Who's missing? All of you that I don't see, thank you so much. I miss you and I call you out because you're important to me. You're part of our garden community. Patricia, Patricia, thank you. And if I didn't call your name, know that I'm still thinking about way. Oh yeah, Catherine's garden and home. And Catherine's garden and home. That's right, Catherine's garden and home. Oh yes. Good night, everybody. You know it's getting darker, quicker. It's gonna be it's gonna be dark out here soon, so I gotta go. Thank you, Kanisha, and don't forget to go and pick yourself some flowers. Yes, go in your garden and make your own bouquet. And if you don't have a garden just yet, when you go to the grocery store, I am giving you permission to get yourself a bouquet of flowers and enjoy them and dream again as you start to plan. Yes, if you have, get a journal and know that the 2025 journal is coming out soon. Look for it. I'm going to be showing you it soon, but you got to know how to use it. So we're going to finish up with this one and get ready for next year. All right. Well, that's it. Have a wonderful evening. See you all tomorrow. By the way, I'm inviting all of you to come and join Thelma and I tomorrow morning here at on my other channel, Lady Wisdom Speaks Academy at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it's kind of early for my West Coast people, but you can always watch the replay because Thelma has a lot of wisdom. I am so happy to have Thelma with me. She is such a wise woman. And then on Friday, Francesca has Thelma and Antonia with her. So let us all come together and continue to just enjoy life. Excuse me. Enjoy the season. Welcome to fall. Oh, by the way, you know, this is the tonight begins a new calendar in the Jewish calendar, 5785, and it is the year of grace. We are now in the year of grace. God's hands will help us to build, to grow, to garden. So your hands, hold your hands up. Hold your hands up, everyone, and say, my hands are blessed to garden. Yeah. So have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. Yes. And God bless you all. Bye. Love you all.